Morning, folks. This is a this is a £90 Saunders Waterford. Now, I highly recommend it. The thing with the lightweight paper, well, that's all papers. If when you wet them, and I only do wetting wet. When you wet them, they expand, and all you have to do is just reclip them, just pull them tight. And do that as often as you need to. No need to stretch. No need to waste money on £140 or 90 or 100 or 200 or £140 weight. Especially if you're a beginner, it's too expensive. It's great stuff, great paper. If you can afford it, get the best paper you can. But that isn't necessarily Arches. There are some plenty of good papers, Fabriano, the Saunders Waterford, Whatman, loads of different types, Arches. But the Arches Rough is a very, very tricky paper to use, and I've had some £300 Arches. It's like cardboard, and I didn't pay for it. It was given to me by a friend who doesn't do watercolours, or he didn't. He does acrylic, but watercolour paper is a superb material for painting in oil or water acrylic. Super stuff. But I've, thanks to Alan Owen, I've found, well, not this particular one, but the original Winsor & Newton and Ken Bromley was knocking out packs of 20 for about £5-6, 15 inches by 11. Superb paper, but rough and cold pressed. It's it was fabulous value for money, but of course it's eventually ran out. No, there's a little touch of red in there. This is my second one this morning. The first one I just I painted oil or acrylic over it. It just didn't work, and probably because it's a Monday morning. Right, get some nice cloud in there. You can play around with the paper for about a couple of minutes before it goes off and makes the horrible cauliflowers. But although this is a very, very, very tolerant paper. Okay, there's a bit of blue in there. Right, I'll pull that tight and dry it, and then we can crack on with some sort of foreground or background even. Right, take your headphones off, go. Okay, now that was a simple sky. You saw how quickly that was done. Let's have a look at the camera. find some cloth. I should be appealing for more toweling soon, I think. Well, you've used a lot of it for oil painting. Right, put a bit of a background in there, so sort of. Okay, let's go across the background with some of this. Very quickly, just roughing the background. If you're struggling with the hake, remember that it might be the pressure that you're putting on it. You only need a feather touch with it. Okay, so that's the background. Now we'll put in some foreground. So a bit of green, bit of yellow, bit of black, well, bit of pains. See how rough that paper is, look. Dry brushing like it's going out of fashion. Just mixing the Payne's grey, yellow and burnt sienna on the brush. Got loads of different colours in there. Well, 3 colours to be precise. There's quite a bit of impasto there. Okay, now we've put one side dominant. Okay, that will dry quite a bit later. I'm going to scrape out a little bit of this. Right, I've got to put a bit of background colour in there, but I'll wait for that to dry. But let's get a rigger. I did The last paint I did this week was Saturday morning, and I cleaned the brushes in the. I'll show you in the washing powder mix with water. Look, never been so clean. Look at that. The oil paint and the linseed just falls off the brushes. Look, that's my new one. That's a quite good quality. That's a Pro Art. And these ones, these were my Stipley brushes, and they've come out beautifully clean. So there they are. So they're ready to go. Okay, let's put in a bit of background, I think. Just mix a bit of that sky colour. That's still a bit wet, but it doesn't matter because it's in the distance and it'll diffuse and go all over the place. Going to put a much bigger one in front of this. It's very similar to what I did on Friday for Patreon. If you want to support my Patreon channel, it's very easy and it's very inexpensive, and about over 400, or it's got to be 400 videos on that channel now. So all you need is $4 minimum and the time to watch them, for a month that is. Not a day or one visit. So, but it's not compulsory, of course. Okay, we've got a bit of rye there, so let's just cover some of that up. Right. Let's put in a bit of harder stuff in that background. Right, so what I'm thinking, bit of a snow scene now, at the moment anyway. Right, I'm going to give that a dry, so headphones off. Okay. Right, bigger trees now. Sort of greeny trees. Greeny grey. Got to remember to taper your branches, trunks. Just a very simplified hedgerow. Put some leaves on there, or it's okay. Right, I'll go to the other side. There's some there. I have this one a bit bigger than the other one. Right, it's yellow, Payne's grey. So we're going to make this one a bigger tree, so that you don't want competing sides. You just want to make one dominant. We've got, I was just listening to an advert, I'm listening to talk radio, Mike Graham. There's an advert advertising something. I don't really pay attention to the ads, but this one, it's got the Platters singing Only You. And I remember years ago, many years ago, we were in Mallorca, we took the kids to one of the nightclubs. Oh, fantastic. And Willie Codrington, who was that voice of the Platters, that great high voice, oh, they couldn't believe what they were listening to, nor could we. We sat there open-mouthed as we were quaffing all the sangria that was included in the price. But they're not stupid. When you've had the way to see what you've had, and then they take the bottles away. Okay, let's just get that a bit. Now try to make this different to the other one. So this is just Payne's grey and yellow. This is quite hard to do in oil. But my oil paintings these days are now going to be rough, impressionist type of paintings. But one of the best artists, or the most engaging artist I've seen in the past year is Sean Scully with his abstracts. But I do abstracts, but occasionally get one, I pull one off, but mostly not. Okay, so we've got this lovely size, but they're both self-contained. They don't compete with each other, as far as I'm aware. I'm going to use one of these lovely brushes here. Just put some leaves, some road leaves on here. Oh, that's quite nice. To be the other side, I'll put some darker bits on here. Okay, well that I'm quite reasonably pleased with that. Now, I've not done it before with these brushes, but we'll do it again. See if we get a bit of gouache in there. Oh, I'll mix a bit of blue in with that in a moment. So a bit of blue. Oh, there we are. I'll put that in the mount. I've bodged it, but sort of you've got to try different things. You can get stuck on the 2 hakes and the rigger and a flat, but there are other brushes that will make lovely marks. These brushes will be great in oil. So let's put it in a mount and have a look at it. Early snow. Snow in November, October. Mount. Maybe there needs a bit more contrast put back in there. I'll do that. Let's just. Oh, I can just about hold that. Right. The warm colours in there. Well, okay. I'll put a signature on it. I think it's worth it. Then go have a cup of tea. Back to some oils. Okay. Hope you enjoyed that, folks. Let's just come round a bit and just lift the camera up so that you can see all of it, I hope. Oh, there we are. That's a sort of snow scene. Gouache, nice bit of gouache on there. Thanks for looking in, guys, and I'll see you soon. I'll see you probably in a couple of hours. Bye bye.